Lift your head. Breathe. If you're hearing this, it's because something inside you refuses to quit. I know how easy it is to harden your heart when life feels like a closed door. But listen, love that is faithful does not flinch at your scars. You've been working, praying. Try to keep the lights on inside your soul. Don't lose heart. What you've been asking for is already moving toward you, even if your eyes can't see it yet. Picture the life you keep tucked away in the back of your mind, the one where you're steady, clear, and finally aligned. That desire isn't random. It's the echo of a promise placed in you on purpose. Your part is simple, not easy. Keep trusting. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's choosing a step anyway. Tonight, ask yourself, what would I do if I truly believed I'm loved right now? Start there. Stand there. Let your faith be the quiet engine under your ribs. The one who knows your true heart is not bargaining with your worth. He is faithful and he is near. Blessing and sharing. Here's a law that never breaks. Open hands receive and open hands release. When you give with your whole heart, not to be seen, not to feel superior, but because love wants to move through you. Provision doesn't have to be loud to be real. Sometimes it looks like peace settling over a kitchen table, like laughter returning to a house that used to echo with worry. If blessing finds you, let it rest, and then let it overflow. You don't need to announce it. Whisper a thank you. Pay attention to who is placed on your path. The right name will nudge your spirit. Buy the groceries. Send the text. Make the call. You will not run out by pouring out. Real blessing multiplies when it's shared. Think about the most generous person you know. Do they ever seem truly empty? Exactly. The source is not stingy. What he gives is sufficient, enough to quiet the panic and seed tomorrow with hope. Your quiet acts become bright windows. Someone will stand in that light and feel seen. That is how abundance learns your address. Promises and calling. Some promises outlast the weather. Scripture is full of them, and they do not expire when you're tired. They steady you when plans shift, when timelines stretch thin. Hold one today out loud. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I have plans to prosper you. Let those words square your shoulders. Believe, yes, but also imagine, plan, and dream. Hope is not passivity, it's design. Set a date with your future and call it a heavenly appointment. If that sounds too big, remember this: you were chosen before anyone knew your name. That's not romance, it's assignment. A sacrificial heart was seeded in you to withstand rejection, to outlast no's until the right yes arrives. Ask yourself, where did I stop dreaming because someone didn't understand me? Pick that dream back up and walk with a mile. The author of your life is not surprised by delays. He is preparing intersections. When the door opens, you will have language for the room. Your preparation is not punishment, it's proof that you belong there. Keep your hands ready. The promise is not just for you, it's through you. Cleansing and a season's end. There's wisdom available to you like cool water, clear, uncomplicated, renewing. Cleanse your mind. Set down the narratives that keep you small. Purge your heart. Release the debts you're still collecting from yesterday. Then come to the Word, not as a chore, but as a fountain. Drink until your inner noise quiets. This difficult season is not permanent. You are not merely surviving it, you are being shaped by it. Love is doing more than keeping you afloat. It's teaching you how to move with grace in deeper waters. Some things cannot be undone, but they can be released. When the past refuses to change, you change your grip. Look for the doors that are already cracked open. You'll recognize them by the peace they carry. Walk through without apologizing for your healing. And when you feel the urge to announce your growth to people who doubted you, smile. and keep walking. You're not here to perform recovery. You are here to live free. Let the season end, not with fanfare, but with a quiet yes. I'm ready for what's next. Doubt, noise, and a lighter yoke. Not every voice deserves a seat at your table. Some people are invested in your hesitation. Fear is their favorite instrument. You can love them and still ignore their soundtrack. The weight you're carrying that feels like blessing but crushes your chest, that's not coming from God. His gifts don't require you to shrink to hold them. When doubt circles, don't wrestle smoke. Turn on the light. Tell the truth. I am loved. I am strengthened. I am not alone. Anxiety will try to negotiate to make tomorrow today's problem. Don't sign that contract. Return to what you know. Love that stays. Mercy that meets you where you really are, not where you pretend to be. You will see this love with your own eyes. Yes, even you who have become expert at bracing for impact. It will look like unexpected help, like a knot in your chest loosening mid-sentence, like the right word arriving on a heavy afternoon. Keep your hands open. The yoke is light, and you don't have to prove you deserve it to wear it. Tears counted, faith strengthened. There are cries you never spoke aloud, still they were heard. Every incurable ache, every unconquerable fear has been witnessed and counted. None of your tears were wasted ink. They wrote a record of your endurance. If your heart cracked, heaven did not stand by with crossed arms. Compassion joined you in the breaking. Now feel this. Your faith is being reinforced from inside, not with theatrics, but with steel. The season of heaviness is nearing its edge. You are still standing, this matters. Victory isn't always a trumpet. Sometimes it's the quiet refusal to go numb. What will you do with a lighter heart? Give language to what tried to destroy you. Testify in the simple ways. Choose kindness when bitterness is easier. Try again where shame told you to retire. Forgive yourself for surviving imperfectly. Your survival is not small, it's seed. Plant it with intention. The harvest has a sound, and you'll hear it soon. Doors unlatching, breath returning, joy remembering your name. Miracles and faith in action. If you think miracles belong to history, reconsider. The same hands that split seas, called rain, healed bodies, and raised the dead have not grown tired. The word still lives, it still works. But notice the pattern. Every miracle met someone moving. Staff to water, prayer to sky, steps onto waves. Faith is not magic, it's partnership. So be brave. Act like the answer is on its way. Set the table for the guest you've been praying for. Update the resume. Schedule the appointment. Send the apology. Plant the garden even if the forecast argues. These aren't empty gestures. They're coordinates for grace to find you. And hear this promise. A greater work is being prepared in you, not just around you. The sign you asked for is not merely external. It's your transformed capacity to love, to persevere, to believe without cynicism. Wait, yes, but wait like a runner in the blocks, alert and ready. The road to blessing is not a detour, it is straight ahead. Walk it with your head high and watch what opens. Shelter in presence and covenant. When worry tightens your chest, bring your breathing back to center and imagine resting your head on a steady heartbeat. That is how near God is, near enough to carry what you cannot name. Lay the burden down, all of it, the what-ifs, the unfinished conversations, the bills and diagnoses and secret fears. You are not being watched to be punished. You are being watched over to be kept. The one who formed you in the dark, before you had words, before you had winds, knew the texture of your strength and the edges of your weakness. He saw your dreams before you dared admit them, and he has not forgotten. Covenant is not a contract you can break with a bad day. It is a promise he keeps when you cannot. So return to that place of nearness. Whisper the small prayer, "Hold this for me." And feel the shift, how anxiety loosens when it realizes it is not in charge, how peace moves in like morning light through a cracked curtain. You are held, not as a project, but as a beloved child. Stay here a moment longer. Let presence become your shelter and your quiet strength. Come back without condemnation. If you've been hiding, rehearsing your failures like a script, hear this. Love is not keeping score. The shepherd does not shame a sheep for getting lost. He goes looking. When you withdraw, he moves toward you with familiarity, like leading you to water you've tasted before, the kind that settles your nerves and clears your head. You don't have to prove you deserve to return. The welcome is already set. There's no lecture waiting, only a hand extended and a path remembered. You know this route, from heaviness to rest, from defensiveness to honesty, from pretending to being known. If night has lingered, it only makes the dawn more noticeable. In the very place you felt disqualified, you'll find mercy working quietly, returning your appetite for hope. Ask yourself, what would change if I believed I am not on trial? You'd pray sooner, apologize faster, forgive deeper, and walk lighter. That is the invitation. Not a courtroom, home. Let the familiar waters touch your tongue again. Let them remind you who you are. Not your last mistake, not your loudest critic, but the one who is sought, found, lifted, and led. Assurance for health, debt, work, and home. To those waiting on test results, to those who refresh their bank app with a held breath, to those who carry resumes and responsibilities and fragile family dynamics, hear this assurance: you are not abandoned. Even when the report is uncertain, presence remains certain. Needs are not embarrassments to God, they are invitations. Grace sits down where doubt used to shout and sets a full table. Yes, even for those who once mocked the faith that now sustains you. For the debtor, relief can arrive like a sunrise, quiet, undeniable, and sooner than you expected. For workers, there are unseen hands preparing your way, steering you around pitfalls, giving you favor in rooms where you felt invisible. Work may open in unlikely fields. Don't discount the path just because it wasn't in your plan. And home, picture laughter returning to hallways, old tensions relaxing, a new capacity to celebrate small wins. Picture paying off what weighed you down and discovering you still have enough to help someone else stand. This is not fantasy. It is the ordinary miracle of provision, steady, practical, and punctuated by joy that does not need an audience to be real. Everyday kindness and unfolding gifts. Sometimes the holiest thing you can do is be gentle on a hard day. Courtesy is not cosmetic, it is ministry. The smile you offer when your own heart is heavy becomes a doorway for someone else's hope. And as you practice that quiet goodness, watch your gifts begin to surface. Talents you sensed but never named, skills that wake up because someone needed what you carry. Don't rush to label or monetize them. Let usefulness come first. There are seeds in you that bloom only under the weather of service. If you wonder whether your light matters, notice how people lean in when you speak with joy. Joy is not noise, it is gravity. It draws and steadies. The happy faith you carry is not naive. It's an informed refusal to let despair set the terms. Ask yourself, where can I be a small answer today? A note, a favor, a patient silence, a brave truth told kindly. Gifts grow as they're given. The more you pour, the clearer the stream becomes. And one day you'll realize the person you were waiting to become has been quietly forming in the practice of simple, consistent human kindness. Release anger, approach the finish. Every step you take is holy ground because every step is witnessed. Anger may feel like armor, but it is too heavy for long distances. Set it down. Justice has a clock you cannot see, and it keeps perfect time. Your job is not to police the outcome, it is to keep moving with an unburdened heart. You are closer than you think, closer to closure, to clarity, to the open view after a winding climb. Let that nearness choose your responses. When provoked, choose proportion. When baited, choose silence. When tempted to prove yourself, choose peace. The victory you're approaching does not require you to tarnish your character to touch it. And hear this assurance with your whole body. With God beside you, no opposition has the final word. Doors open that shouldn't, mountains shift in increments, and suddenly you're standing where you once only prayed to be. What will you bring across that threshold? Not bitterness, wisdom. Not suspicion, discernment. Not swagger, gratitude. Lay down the heat so your hands are free to receive what waits. The finish line is dignity intact, hope intact, faith intact. New surroundings, wise guidance. There are seasons when the landscape changes, relationships rearrange, rooms feel different, familiar streets point to unexpected turns. Don't panic. This is not chaos, it's choreography. God is curating your environment, removing voices that dilute your courage, and bringing ones that clarify your calling. Expect favor to surface in odd places, blessing in the same neighborhood as cursing, rescue in the presence of pretenders, honor where you were once overlooked. When this shift begins, lean into prayer as your first language, not your last resort. Speak plainly. Name the decisions on your table. Ask for wisdom that fits the moment like a tailored suit, specific, practical, immediately usable. Then pay attention to the next right thing. Not the next 10, just the next one. Guidance often arrives as a nudge, not a neon sign. A scripture that won't let you go. A mentor sentence that lands with weight. A sudden stillness that says, wait. Trust the slow yes. Trust the firm no. As the scenery changes, so does your stature. You are being positioned, not displaced. Keep your heart clean, your boundaries kind, and your ears tuned. The right doors will recognize you. The shepherd's peace and rekindled dreams. Imagine a quiet field after rain. The air rinsed, the ground soft, the world unhurried. That is how peace meets you under a good shepherd. He leads, he doesn't drive. He sets pace for your healing. In that gentler rhythm, something beautiful happens. Dreams you filed under too late start to breathe again. Not the glittering fantasies of ego, but the deep desires that felt like home the first time you touched them. He isn't asking you to manufacture courage. He's lending you his. So try again, one phone call, one draft, one brave conversation. When fear whispers that conditions aren't perfect, remember that green pastures are often found, not engineered. Let the renewal be practical. Rest your body. Organize the messy drawer. Answer the hard email with grace. Small obediences create space for big revivals. And while you walk, listen for tenderness in the guidance. A yes that brings relief, a no that brings clarity. The King who created galaxies is gentle enough to shepherd your Tuesday afternoon. He knows how to keep you safe and how to keep you moving. Follow the peace. It will take you to places where your soul remembers its song and your future finally sounds like you. Angels on watch and doors opening. Tonight, sleep like someone guarded, because you are. Protection is not just an idea, it's an assignment. Angels keep watch while you rest, and they do not tire. They circle your home, your friends, your wide family, the people you love, and the ones you're learning to love again. And to the injustice that felt endless, hear this verdict: it is ending. The gavel falls in favor of truth. Watch the doors. The ones that refuse to budge will swing open, quickly, surprisingly, within days. You'll know them by the ease, the fit, the sense that you're not forcing anything. When opportunity returns, bring a clean heart to meet it. Resentment will ask for a room. Don't give it the key. Hatred roots fast and chokes joy. Pull it up while it's small. Pray for those who blocked you. Not because hurt didn't happen, but because you refused to carry it into the new rooms. Bless them, and you bless your future. Imagine arriving where you once were denied and feeling no need to settle scores. That freedom is better than any platform. Sleep now. The night is not empty. Help is moving. And the morning? Expect footsteps of favor at your door. Double restoration and the crown of life. Loss made you fluent in the language of less than. Let a new grammar form on your tongue. Restoration, abundance, double. What was stolen will not merely be returned, it will be increased. Not as a spectacle for your ego, but as a signature of justice. Your sorrow was not wasted. Every hour that felt empty has been counted, and the ledger is being corrected with interest. Close by, there is spoil. Evidence of battle survived. Reach for it, where what endurance has earned the crown of life. This is not mythology. It is the dignity of someone who did not hand their soul to bitterness in the dark. Temptation will test the edges of your new season. To quit early, to grasp instead of receive, to live suspicious of good things. Stand firm. Fix your mind where your help comes from. You are not being teased, you are being trusted. When the past knocks, ask it to state its purpose. If it cannot serve your future, it cannot stay. Walk forward without apology. The double portion is not an indulgence, it is equipment. Enough oil to keep your lamp burning, and enough grace to light the way for others. Generosity's harvest and the God who knows. If you want to understand how heaven counts, watch what happens when you care for the poor. Your gift does more than fill a gap today. It plants a tree that shades your children tomorrow. The promise is practical. You reap where you sow, and compassion is extraordinarily fertile ground. This is not a transaction, it's alignment. The God who knows your story, down to the hairs numbered on your head, has always aimed your life toward healing and renewal. When you lift someone else's burden, you rehearse your own restoration. You become fluent in mercy, and mercy returns fluent to your door. Ask yourself, where can I move one need from someday to today? Pay the bill. Share the meal. Sit with the lonely. Not every seed is money. Sometimes it's time, dignity, or a brave, I believe in you. And while you give, notice what wakes up inside you, the sense that you're finally living at the speed of your purpose. The world insists on scarcity. Heaven keeps proving otherwise. Keep your hands open. You're not losing. You're learning the economy of love, where nothing given with a pure heart is ever lost, and everything offered becomes a pathway for renewal. Surrender, repentance, and the end of the long night. Lay it down, all of it. The outcomes you cannot manage, the stories you can't rewrite, the weight you've worn like armor. Surrender is not defeat. It's the doorway where help walks in. Hear this clearly. Your past is not on trial here. You are invited into blessing, prosperity, and a life that actually fits your soul. From now on is not poetry, it's a line in the sand. The long night is ending. Make room for morning. Clean house inside. Confess what's crooked. Release what's toxic. Humble yourself where pride built a mask. Repentance is not groveling, it's direction. It turns your face toward home. And the chains fear fastened, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not enough, begin to fall when you stop negotiating with them. Ask the simple, brave question, What would my day look like if I lived as someone forgiven? Your tone would soften. Your risks would rise. You'd create again. You'd rest without the soundtrack of shame. That's the point. Grace doesn't excuse our past. It transforms our future. Step into the spacious place being offered. This is not denial of pain. It is refusal to be defined by it. Whole self-trust and a life reoriented. Turn down the volume on the enemy's voice. It speaks in counterfeit certainties. You'll always be this. You'll never have that. Lies borrow your familiarity to sound like truth. Don't let them set your course. Carry your burdens to the altar. Name them, place them, leave them. When you walk away, you're not abandoning responsibility. You're transferring it to the one who authors outcomes. Expect reorientation. Paths will adjust. People will shift. Some doors will close as an act of protection, not punishment. Let God direct, even when the map redraws mid-journey. Identity and purpose clarify in this surrender. You rediscover the you beneath the proving, the steady you who moves from peace, not panic. Obedience and courage are not glamorous, but they're wildly effective. Do the next faithful thing, and watch how joy follows like a shadow. Reward here doesn't always look like applause. Sometimes it's 8 hours of real sleep, or a conversation that finally lands, or the sudden lightness of knowing you're no longer carrying what isn't yours. This is how new life takes shape, under guidance, with bold steps, one relinquished control at a time. Walking by faith, walking under guard. You don't need a guarantee to take the next step. You have guidance. Protection does not mean you'll never be opposed. It means the opposition cannot locate your undoing. Some threats fizzle because they can't find you on the path God chose. Keep moving. Pray like breathing, constant, quiet, honest. Prayer isn't a performance, it's positioning. It keeps you within range of help. Read the delays differently. They are preparation, not punishment. While you wait, strength is stockpiling. Courage is being taught your name. Doors align with timing, and timing protects you from rooms that would have swallowed you whole. Live like someone escorted. Pace your day with awareness. You are being led around pits you didn't see, through corridors you didn't plan, toward good you would have called too much a year ago. Fear will ask for the last word. Don't give it the first. Speak hope out loud, even in a whisper. Let your footsteps become a testimony. Not that life went easy, but that grace went with you, and that was enough. Why trials matter and the seed becoming. No trial arrives without a path through it. That is not optimism, it's architecture. The way is built as you walk. Trials refine what comfort can't reach. They surface the muscles you didn't know you had. Hidden capacities wake when resistance meets them. Patience that doesn't fray. Courage that doesn't bluff. Wisdom that doesn't show off. See yourself like a seed. Soil is dark, heavy, and honest. It presses from every side, and still the seed splits upward. Breaking is part of becoming. You are not buried, you are planted. After the storm, there's a quiet that teaches. After the night, there's a light that feels personal. Hold to that rhythm when the wind picks up again. Ask, what is being formed in me that cannot be taken from me? Answer with your steps. Grow roots before you demand fruit. And when the first leaf breaks the surface, celebrate it. Small beginnings are sacred. Keep moving toward the sun. The same hand that allowed the pressure provides the strength to rise through it and the space to stretch into who you were always meant to be. Keep moving and the blessed destination. Some roads look like detours until you see where they lead. Don't mistake delay for denial or twists for failure. Hard paths are often protective routes, keeping you from cliffs you didn't know were ahead. So keep moving. Patience is not passive, it's strength under guidance. When you wait with faith, you are not idle, you're aligning. Picture goodness gathering like weather on your horizon, resources converging at just the right intersection of time and readiness. God goes before you, behind you, and beside you. That's why you can take the next step without a map that shows every mile. Measure progress by obedience, not applause. When your mind runs to worst-case scenarios, return to first principles. You are kept, you are seen, and you are being led toward a destination that fits your soul. Practice the stubborn hope that chooses one faithful action today. Send the application, forgive the debt, rest the body, tell the truth. Small faithfulness compounds into big change. Trust the pace even when it feels slow. Promise yourself this: I won't judge the journey in the middle. I'll give grace to the unglamorous miles. Because blessing isn't only at the finish line, it's in the person who walks me there. Sealed promises and love that stays. There is a seal over your life that outlasts headlines and mood swings. Promises have been pressed into your heart like signet wax, meant to hold when everything else loosens. When you feel alone in the quiet rooms of your day, remember, love did not exit when the lights dimmed. In solitude, in confusion, in the long, gray in-between, God did not step back, He leaned in. Your tears were not ignored, they were carried. Your sighs were not wasted, they were recorded. This is why despair will never have permanent residency in you. The plan stands, not because you never wavered, but because love never left. Let that certainty settle your shoulders. Revisit the words that marked your path, scriptures that felt like they were written in your handwriting. I will be with you. I will strengthen you. Speak them slowly until they re-ink the pages of your mind. Then act from that knowing. Don't postpone joy until every problem is solved. Practice it now in a thank you text, a walk at dusk, a prayer that is more exhale than essay. The staying love of God does more than comfort. It stabilizes your steps so you can move forward free. The God of miracles and a safe refuge. You are allowed to want what seems impossible. You are invited to ask for it. All things are possible is not a slogan. It is the DNA of the one who holds you. When darkness crowds your view, don't negotiate with the shadows. Run toward the rock. Refuge is not escapism, it's strategy. In the shelter of God's presence, panic loses its momentum and perspective returns like color to a faded photograph. Tell Him exactly where it hurts, exactly what you fear, exactly what you hope. Bring the complicated version. He understands it already. Let Him be your fortress and your flashlight, security and guidance at once. Miracles often begin as subtle course corrections. A doctor calls sooner than expected. A debt is reduced, a conversation softens, a closed heart cracks open. Don't despise small beginnings. They're the hinges on which large doors swing. Hold expectancy without entitlement. I trust your timing even while I ask boldly. And when relief comes, keep your roots in the refuge that kept you sane. The safest place is not the absence of storms. It's the presence that commands them. Anchor there. From that anchoring, ask again, and watch impossible start spelling itself possible. Trust to the end and right time miracles. Keep the flame. That's your assignment when the wind argues. Faith doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a pilot light that refuses to go out. Believe this. The help you need is not late, it is timed. Right time miracles are merciful because they arrive when they can be carried, not just craved. If you're at the end of yourself, you're precisely where rescue loves to show its face. God is punctual in ways your clock can't measure. He preserves your life when pressure threatens to crush it, guards your soul when despair plots a theft, and brings you through with more than survival. He brings you through with story. Let your prayers be stubborn. I will trust you until and through. When fear forecasts disaster, answer with memory. Recall previous rescues, even the small ones, the ride that arrived, the check that cleared, the friend who called at the right minute. Stack them like stones of remembrance. This is not naivete, it's evidence. And as you hold the line, prepare room for what you asked for. Clear the calendar. Ready the documents. Forgive the debt. Create the margin your answered prayer will need. Faith that stays becomes doors that open, and you will walk through. Call, be saved, and walk away from the wicked. Salvation is a verb before it becomes a testimony. Call. With the breath you have, call on God. No eloquence required. Honesty is enough. There is a gate with your name on it, and it opens from His side. Step through. As you do, mind your company. Not every voice travels with you into the next chapter. Distance yourself from those who profit from your cynicism, who rejoice at your stumbles, who twist your motives, who want your hope dim, so theirs doesn't look so dark. You can love people and refuse their influence. Choose companions who bless your courage, who tell you the truth without secretly resenting your growth, who pray for you when you're too tired to pray for yourself. God will be your shield while you practice these boundaries, deflecting the darts you didn't see and softening the blows that would have stuck. Holiness is not harshness. It is clarity about what keeps you alive. Walk lighter with wise limits. And when old patterns call you back with familiar bait, answer with your new address. I don't live there anymore. Keep moving. You are not merely avoiding evil. You are choosing a path where good can actually find you. Return, be courageous, and be restored. If you've wandered, hear the simplest instruction. Come home. Return to the Father who lifts, not lectures. He sets your feet on rock, solid ground after shifting sand. Imagine your name engraved on His palm. Permanent, intimate, never misplaced. That's how committed He is. He renews covenant with the language of righteousness, love, compassion, and faithfulness for walls that make a safe house for a bruised heart. Inside that shelter, courage grows back. Not bravado, but the steady willingness to try again. What does trying again look like for you? Making the appointment, starting therapy, joining the group, saying, I forgive you, and meaning, I'm choosing freedom. Restoration is not cosmetic, it's structural. God realigns the beams of your soul so your life can carry the weight of blessing. Expect gentle repairs and decisive edits. Some habits won't fit the new frame, let them go. Some relationships will heal, others will release. Both are mercy. Lift your chin. You're not returning to where you were. You're returning to who you are. And that identity is beloved, resilient, and commissioned. The crown, the healing, the debt cleared, the night lifting. See the table set before you. Rest that is real. Joy that isn't fragile. Provision that doesn't flirt with scarcity. Debts dissolving, bills stamped paid, diagnoses reversed or carried with peace that outshines prognosis. The hand on your head is gentle and royal, crowning you with life, not as decoration, but as destiny. This is the fruit of a long obedience, the signature of a God who finishes what He starts. Feel the heaviness break, clouds thinning, light warming the room where you once sat numb. The shadow named depression loses jurisdiction. Hope moves back in and rearranges the furniture. And why? Because your faith, even when whispered, was brave. Because you dared to believe that mercy could still find you. Today, let the benediction be simple. The sadness ends here. Peace, take the seat sadness used to occupy. Gratitude, take the other. From this place, plan with freedom. Help someone pay a bill. Call the doctor back with a steadier voice. Sleep without bargaining with tomorrow. You are not waiting to be allowed to live. You are being invited to live well. Wear the crown lightly, love deeply, walk forward. The future is open.